Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have here a very revealing article and a video featuring the Prime Minister of Canada, Mr. Justin Trudeau, who I don't think he's a bright person at all. I think he's a very dangerous person through his actions and statements. Through his statements he's not bright, through his actions I think he's dangerous. What happened? He is talking on video with, has a little argument with a very young adult. I do not know if that person is about 22, 20, something like this, and he takes on I don't know how old Trudeau is, 50 or something. So he likes talking with people like that. He thinks he has an edge over them because of his repetition and experience in the weasel business of politics. Anyway, the subject these two people are discussing is the abortion. I will stay out of the passing any judgment on the abortion, yes, no. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to show how Trudeau is not only lying, but he's also misinterpreting and he's exaggerating data. He's just being intellectually dishonest with this young person who is not going to tell him, hey, you are lying here. You don't know what you're talking about, as Elon Musk told the BBC reporter who interviewed him a few days ago. Now what happened? This article has a title that you would think that Justin Trudeau is the genius of the geniuses. Comes from The Insider from April 18th, 2023. Justin Trudeau completely shuts down an anti-abortion supporter in a viral video. Okay, well, I was interested to see what kind of arguments and what happened, because I think he's as I said, he's a not very bright person. And I am quoting, do a little more thinking and a little more praying. This guy says that about thinking and prayer. I said, what the hell? So, a man confronted Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau about abortion rights in a viral clip. Trudeau tells the man he must do a little more thinking and a little more praying. Trudeau has pledged to defend abortion rights, which has been rolled back in the US. Okay, nothing, that's his thing. So I found the clip right here, and I'm going to use it. I already have it ready for you. I think this is the one right here. And I will, this is Trudeau, and this is the young adult. I don't know if he's 18, 19. He's already angry. I can tell you that. I even started from the very beginning, which was about 43 seconds, talking about another party that this guy supposedly support, and this guy says that the party is bad. And now he turns on to abortion. And this guy right here, Trudeau, is going to ask him about the women's choice over their body. I do not stand by what this guy answers. That's not my point here. But how he frames all this conversation with a very innocent kid who I don't think he did his homework much better than this weasel right here. But this weasel is going to be intellectually dishonest. And listen how this guy frames the conversation with this young adult.
I think I would support everyone. You should support everyone. I think mainly liberal abortion is against Christianity. I think. But okay. Do you think that women should have the right to choose what happens to their own bodies? Personally, no. You think you should be able to choose what happens to a woman's body?
Did you hear him? What about the government controlling your body, Trudeau? I would ask you, hey, who controlled my body regarding certain kind of things that we were supposed to do? I would ask him, do you think the government, do you think that you controls my body? And what do I have to in order to participate in society? I would have turned it like that. He asked the child or the young adult first that question when he did something that, all right? So that's the first point right here, how he framed it. Now you have to have a little bit of, how should I put it? You can't be really a good person doing something like this. But that's my assessment so far. Let's move on and see what else this guy is saying. That's not the end of it.
If they're sleeping around, they shouldn't be allowed to abort the baby.
If they're sleeping around.
I'm pro-choice.
Wow.
Wait, it's just that you're pro-choice.
You're pro-choice?
No, you're not pro-choice. I'm pro-life. Okay, pro-life.
Yeah.
And you don't think women should be able to make choices what they do with their bodies?
With abortion, no, personally no.
Why not? Why not?
Because it's their choice to sleep around. They have to.
No. That is. So.
Listen now to what Trudeau says.
A woman who is raped should be able to get an abortion.
I'd say that.
So they always go to this. If a woman gets raped, should she not be allowed to get an abortion? He knows the statistics. If he knows them and he says this, because he's going to follow up with something else, and he doesn't know the statistics, and he's not going to catch him.
So that's where it gets complicated.
No, nothing is complicated.
But that's
It's either yes or no.
That's super.
So he stopped the whole conversation into the abortion due to rape. Do you know how many abortions occur due to rape? Obviously, yes, every woman that gets raped has the right to get an abortion. Yes, 100%. But the rest, what about the rest? What's the percentage on a woman getting raped and getting pregnant? Do you know? He knows, but he bets this guy doesn't know. Otherwise, he would have shut him up. Because who would not be, for this? I mean, come on.
Example.
No, but it's an all too common example.
All too common example. No, it's not.
Women get raped all the time.
Yeah.
Women get raped all the time. Did you hear that?
It's an all too common example. Right? Women get raped all the time.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. No.
It's something we have to take seriously.
Yes, we have to take seriously, but he framed it already with that.
So let's talk about that specific example.
Specific example.
Rape, be able to get an abortion.
I'm split on it, 50-50. I think
No.
All right, he stopped into that. So he stopped only to that example. Now let me discuss this thing where I think Trudeau is a weasel. I will give you the statistics, how many abortions are due to rape, and he is doing exactly what my liberal professors did in the United States of America. They take a particular case of the general rule and they say, well, you can't use the general rules. See, there's no general rules because you have particular cases, special cases. Well, that's not what it is because they only reinforce the general rule. Like the example I always give. Are humans biped? That means do they go on two limbs? Yes, they are. No, they're not. They say because there are some who do not move around on two legs. They sometimes go on four limbs. So see, what are we doing? You can't say that. Well, but you say, but that's a very small fringe minority, Mr. Trudeau. Now let me give you the statistics on the rape, and I'm on the abortion due to rape. Okay, because that's what he narrows the whole thing down. He narrowed the whole conversation to a particular example to make the point for everybody else. That's very not honest. All right, intellectually honest, but I don't expect for him. Again, this is not to support one side or another. I'm beyond that. What I'm here is just to show you how this person reasons with a young adult who didn't do his homework. So let me give you some statistics here, some information. Now, this right here comes from USA Today, and it's from 24th of May 2019. Rape and incest account for hardly any abortions. So why are they now a focus? Just 1% of women obtain an abortion because they became pregnant through rape, and less than 0.5% do so because of incest, according to the Guttmacher Institute. All right, well, I hope that's zero right here. There's nothing. There's no rape. All right, for me, people who rape should be very, very badly punished with many, many years in prison. Okay, without bail and other things. All right, or probation and parole. All right, so this is one thing that showed this little study or whatever they use here. And I have another one here. 18 shocking abortion statistic victims. Facts about rape victims and abortion. Fewer than 1% of all abortions take place because there have been rape or incest involved to create the pregnancy. Up to 85% of the women who became pregnant through rape or incest choose to have their children. So Mr. Trudeau picked this right here. 1% of the whole debate in order to shut down and destroy this child. Like, right? Where is it? To do this. Completely shut down the anti-abortion supporter. Now, what do we have here? We have a young adult who doesn't know how to smack this guy over his face. The guy who is a weasel. He's not interested in finding the truth or supporting his cause in a logical and, open discussion. He picks a 1% and he extrapolates it to everything else. Well, you don't do that. Okay? You will still say that humans are biped, even though you have a 1% of humans, less than that, that are not walking on two limbs. Okay? So this is how Trudeau destroyed, completely shut down. Now that's the insider putting up that title about that weasel. And that's the video. And we are supposed to say, see, yes. Well, just keep that in mind. His answers, I'm not saying exactly what his answer should have been, but I think when Trudeau came with that 1%, with that example, I said, okay, that's one example. What about the rest? But no, he kept him over there, Trudeau. Did you see here? Did you see? He said, no. Talk about this particular, talk about this one. All right, well, with that one, we are on it. We're together on it. Yes. And then you go to other examples. But anyway, I think the conversation was intellectually low. And unfortunately, the young adult was, I don't think he was, how should I put, dishonest. He was just uninformed or didn't do his homework. He was passionate about it, but not too much logos involved and information, but he was young. And the other one, who is a prime minister, or he meets all kind of presidents, he's a smart guy. He's, 50-some years old. He lived on this life a long time. He's a drama teacher, isn't he? Yeah, so he's very intelligent. He agreed to conversate with this child because he knew that he probably are going to win the debate. And here you have him. Because I heard him in other instances when he had a press conference and he was asked about I can't remember the name of the company that was prevented from participating in, I can remember, in Canadian one. And he did not want to talk to them. Why? Because those guys were a little bit more knowledgeable and he was afraid. And he's not talking with people who know. But he said, okay, this kid, I got him right here. I'm going to keep him over there. I think that's enough with this. As I said, I didn't make this video to support or be against the issue. I just wanted to show how this person reasons or how the mass media portrayed his, how should I put, shutting down that supporter. Is that how it was? Blava, the kid. Aborter, the anti-abortion supporter. All right? Why not abortion denier? Since now it's a very common word used, denier. If you have questions regarding something, you're a denier. If you have questions about, I don't know, about the global warming, you're a denier. If you have a question about, I don't know about, you're the denier. You can't frame the conversation, the public conversation, only the way you want. I'm here too. I mean, can I frame it? I have the same right to frame it the way I want. And where are we going to go? If you frame it this way, I frame it this way, we're going to be parallel. We're never going to meet to really have a debate about the issue. So here it is, my friends. Here it is. It's very interesting that Trudeau talked about a woman's right to control her body, but he controlled a lot of bodies, you know what I mean. And remember, when you have sex, usually is the woman who decides outside of rape. Outside of rape, that makes two to have sex. So then the consequences should be, I think, distributed to both individuals who are responsible for the product, which is ejaculating inside of a woman without protection, and then resulting in pregnancy. So I think the man should be asked something too, And not only that she would ask, but there should be consequences for both of them in either case. And that's about it. What I'm going to say about the portion. Trudeau, and he is the Prime Minister. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.